If you think pizza takes time, think again. This liquid dough comes together in seconds, no kneading, no stress. Just mix, pour and bake. And the best part? Dough ready in just 5 minutes. This simple no-knead recipe will completely change the way you make pizza at home. So let's begin. This pourable pizza dough method doesn't require kneading or stretching. It's the easiest way to make a really thin crust or a thick crust, depending on your taste. So here I'm using 250 grams, about 8.8 ounces of bread flour. If you don't have bread flour at home, no worries. Normal all-purpose flour works perfectly, and you'll still get a great pizza. Now add half a teaspoon of salt. Salt gives the crust better taste and better texture. Without salt, the dough becomes weak and a little bland. Give it a quick mix. And keep it aside for a moment. Now, let's make the yeast liquid. Take a medium bowl and pour in 300 milliliters of lukewarm water. Today, I'm making a slightly thick base pizza. If you want a thinner base, simply add a little more water later. A slightly thinner batter gives you a perfect thin crust. Now add 1 tablespoon of sugar. This gives the yeast a little boost and improves the overall result. Now add the yeast. I'm using instant yeast so I can mix it directly into the water. If you're using active dry yeast, make sure you activate it first. It needs that step. And of course, add a little extra virgin olive oil. Olive oil adds a light, rich flavor that makes the pizza taste better. Give everything a good mix until the sugar and yeast dissolve. Now pour the yeast mixture into the flour and start mixing. This dough should be liquid, almost like a thick batter. Just mix. You don't need to knead at all. You can see the consistency here. If you want it slightly thinner, add a touch more water. Small adjustments make a big difference in the final texture. Once your dough is ready, cover it and let it rest for 15 to 20 minutes. This short rest hydrates the flour, lets the yeast start working, and you'll notice tiny bubbles forming later, which give the pizza that soft, airy feel. While the dough is resting, let's make a quick pizza sauce. Here I've got some plain tomato puree. To season it, add a little salt to taste. Half teaspoon sugar to balance the acidity. Some dried oregano. And 4 or 5 fresh basil leaves. Give it a mix, and your sauce is ready. This is the simple version, but you can cook the sauce in a pot and add your favorite ingredients if you prefer a richer flavor. Now, let's get the pizza tray ready. The size of the pizza tray I'm using is 32 centimeters. Spray a light coat over the tray. If you don't have spray, just brush a little oil. That works perfectly. Then dust it with flour. This helps prevent sticking, and it gives the base a cleaner release later. Now let's check the dough. It has slightly risen, it's hydrated, and you can see those tiny bubbles. Before you pour the dough, preheat your oven to 220 degrees Celsius. Now pour the batter into the tray and gently spread it toward every corner. Because this is liquid dough, it spreads beautifully. add the pizza sauce on top. Then, with the back of a spoon, press lightly around the inner side of the edges. This small step gives you a slightly higher crust later. Now bake the base for 15 minutes. Look at this. The base comes out perfect. Golden, round, and evenly cooked. You can see the edges, crispy, firm, and just right. And here's a quick tip. You can store this base in the fridge or freezer for later use. It stays perfectly fresh. For toppings today, I'm using spicy salami, shredded cheddar, and mozzarella. But you can use anything you love: pepperoni, mushrooms, chicken, olives, capsicum, sausage. Make your own style of pizza. I'm using a bit more cheese today because, well, who doesn't love a cheesy pizza, right? Once the toppings are ready, bake it again for 10 minutes. Look at that. Cheese melting beautifully. It looks so good. Fully loaded with flavor. This version is a thick base pizza. If you prefer a thinner crust, simply make the batter a little thinner and bake it the same way. And if you want to make this pizza on a pan, it's very simple. Pour the batter into the pan and cook on medium heat. Wait until you see bubbles all over the top and the crust starts to dry a bit. Flip it carefully and cook the other side. Once the base is done, spread your sauce and top it with whatever you like. So, how was this recipe? Did you enjoy it? If yes, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who loves making pizza at home. And don't forget to subscribe for more, because the next pizza recipe will be the stretching dough method, a more professional bakery-style technique. Until then, enjoy your pizza.